Yo guys, how's it going? We're here for another episode of One Club Hero on FIFA 18. Starting today's episode off with the simulated game being as in the last episode. If you have saw the last episode, we did get injured, but luckily for us it was only for like a week anyway, and we only missed one game, so luckily for us it wasn't too long an injury and it didn't make that much of a difference on our season. So here you see it was pretty much a very dead game, and it does in fact end 0-0 at Barnet. Not a very good game at all, really. I think we should have done better against them, but we didn't, and that is how that game ends at 0 apiece, and means we only get 1 point out of the 3 that we should have really got from that game, to be honest. But at this point we are doing very well in the league. We're quite a few points in front of the team that's in second, as we're just going through a quick training session here, trying to get up the stats once again. And like I say, I think after this episode then I won't actually show any more of the training sessions, because I can see why they'll be very tedious and stuff like that, and we'll just get rid of them for now, and I'll show you basically the outcomes of the training sessions instead of showing you all the training session. And then it might make the episodes a bit shorter, but I might, if I can, maybe add an extra game or see how it goes. At least I'll see how 2 games go, and if it does shorten the episodes too much, then I'll definitely put in basically I'll put in an extra game in each episode, depending, like I say, how long the games are. As you see, I did actually do 2 more games, being as we only simmed the first one. I do have an extra 2, so it is actually 3 games this episode as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy that, and hopefully it will work out quite well, and it will kind of tell how well it will go for the future episodes if I do get rid of this training things and stuff like that, and how well the 3 games will go, even though one of them was actually simmed in this one. But like I say, we should have done better against Barnet, and hopefully we can try and get promoted this season. I did want to try and get as high as the Premier League, but I've realised that there is still quite a while till the new FIFA comes out, but not as long as I actually thought there was. So we probably won't be able to get that high. We'll be able to get through this season for definite, but it's depending on how much more after that it'll go. I'm not quite sure, but hopefully it'll go quite a while. There's some defending tactics, because I messed up with a couple of the other ones, trying some other things out, and realised that I couldn't actually do anything other than defending ones after this, which was quite annoying, because defending just doesn't make a difference to the way that we're going to play and where we are playing. It really ain't going to make absolutely any difference. But as we see here, we do get 2 emails about international call-ups, and we are again called up for England for the 2nd time this season. Another 2 games coming our way. This time it's only friendlies, it ain't actually the qualifiers. So at the beginning and for the next episode, it will actually be another England episode for you guys. Again, like I say, I like to keep it so it's separate, and that's another reason why I did actually put the 3rd game in this episode, so we can do basically the full England episode. Otherwise it wouldn't work out as well like I'd want it to. So hopefully we can get out of this and get a win out of this game, because at this point we need a win against Grimsby, and it's a very beatable side as well, being as they did come up with Lincoln this season, I believe. I'm not quite sure, so I think they did. I think it was Grimsby, Lincoln, and I can't remember. Oh, the Green, is it Forest? I can't remember what the name is. I know it's Forest something. And we do try and get off to a good start there, but it doesn't quite work out as well as I wanted it to, as we come forward on an attack. An absolutely brilliant finish there. It was a very nice finish. It was an assist by me, but Ollie Palmer smashing it into the top left corner from outside the area with a very nice finish there. Absolutely peach of a finish to get it into the back of the net and put us into the lead in this match. Great way to play. As you see, it was stuck under his feet as well. And to find that kind of finish from that position was a very nice go. I don't even think I could have done that, to be honest. As the star man from this episode, it looks like, is celebrating from the star man of the last episode in Danny Rowe. Because he played unreal. Hopefully he can carry on that way all season. And they come on the attack here not long after we had our attack, trying to get forward, get into the box with a very nice pass, but unluckily for them, Barrett puts the ball just wide of the post. He should have done a hell of a lot better after that. Was a very nice pass. He should have done better there, but couldn't find the target or put it in the back of the net, which means it still is 1-0 to us. As we come forward on the attack, trying to get into the box in the second half, we find our way into the box and a very nice finish there. Going towards the end of the match at this point because there was nothing happening, but that was a very nice finish there. Putting the ball into the back of the net to make it 2-0. Great way to finish it off. And a very nice finish as well, to go around the defender and then smash it straight across goal. There was no way the keeper was saving that one. And that does mean we are 2-0 up in this game against Grimsby and keeping our lead at the top of the table at this point. Very nice for us. And hopefully they're trying to get them goals as much as possible. As we do come forward on another attack just before the end of the game. We were starting to string a couple of attacks together here. As they get down the wing, Danny Rowe somehow beats his man there, crosses the ball in, and it is a header. Nonetheless, a header into the back of the net, and it makes it 3-0, 2 goals to us. And it wouldn't have actually been a goal at all if it wasn't for that last 10 minutes. And again, it's Danny Rowe supplying the cross and supplying us with an assist for this. A very nice header there. Glancing header into the bottom corner, just beating the keeper with a bounce. And it was, the defender definitely should have done better. He got out-muscled, out-power, and it was in the back of the net to make it 3-0 in this game against Grimsby. Absolutely killing it. Again, as you see, we are racking up the goals this season. But that is the end of this game. And that is the second game going into the final game. We do win it 3-0. Honestly, quite a lucky win, to be honest. Not so much lucky to win it, but so much to it was lucky to win it by so many goals. Like I say, if it wasn't for the last 10 minutes, we wouldn't have had a goal whatsoever. And I believe we did get an assist, obviously, so an assist and 2 goals. But we do get I think it was about a 10 rating in that one, out of that game. And I didn't actually get the clip from the end of the thing because something went wrong with it and I couldn't somehow figure out what was going on. But we do come into the third and final game of today's episode against Yeovil Town. I didn't realise Yeovil Town had actually gone down to League 2. From the last time I remember them, they was in League 1 and they were doing quite well in League 1, I believe, and now they're in League 2. It seems to be so many big teams out of every league at the minute seem to be dropping, and I don't know what's going on with it in real football. That is obviously. It seems to be like the bigger teams of each league seem to do really well one season, and then the next season they're like dropping, like Sunderland. And fair enough, they weren't the best, but they should have been a very good side in the Championship, and now they are relegated out of the Championship into League 1 now. And like so many teams are doing it, it's ridiculous how badly it's going for so many big teams. What I'd class as big teams when, like, in the sense of when I was younger and when I used to watch football, there used to be so many of the teams that are now in like League 1 and the Championship and even League 2 that were in the Premier League when I first started watching football, like Portsmouth and teams like Blackpool, of course. All these teams that used to be so good are now just absolutely dreadful. well, not bad. They're probably the best teams there are in the league they're in, but they ain't doing as well as they should be at all. And I believe Portsmouth went into some kind of financial difficulties. That's why they went down. But honestly, so many big teams are going down. It's ridiculous. But another good attack there. It would have been a nice assist for us, but he does put the ball just wide of the post. It was a nice shot from outside the area, but couldn't get it on target, and it couldn't go into the back of the net in that one. Unluckily for us, it does remain at 0-0 in the Johnson's Paint Trophy. This is as well, which we are definitely looking at winning this season, because it's going to be like fair enough like this next season as well. But it's definitely a team that a cup that we want to win before we go up, and we steal the ball back there very luckily and smash the ball past the Yeovil keeper, and it makes it 1-0 in the Johnson's Paint Trophy. Honestly, like I say, this is one of the main competitions for me, but in particular, like I say, because it's not me managing the team as such, it's just me playing the game as one of the players. It's not me gotta manage the team. I'm gonna go out all out in every competition I'm in, and that's how it's gonna work. Whereas maybe if I was actually the manager of Lincoln, then I might hold back out of a couple of the cups, like probably the League Cup and FA Cup. I'd probably hold back out of them and probably still go for the Johnson's Paint Trophy, but we do get an attack here, goes wide after that, and it's just not going very well in these games. They were very, very boring games, and I don't know why. There just seemed to be nothing really happening in them very much, and it just didn't seem to be any like enthusiasm out of any of the games. And we do get an absolute peach of a volley there for our second goal of the game, and honestly, that's a contender for goal of the season and probably goal of the series as well, because that is an absolute brilliant volley. The defender ducked underneath the ball, and it gets smashed across goal, straight across goal into the far post, and smashes it into the back of the net with an absolute brilliant volley. And that is something that I normally really struggle with, is volleys on any FIFA, and that was an absolutely unreal volley. For the fact that even normally, if we even take them kind of shots, it normally goes flying wide. But we do come on another attack, and it goes in the back of the net once again for the third time in this game, the fifth time of the episode. 5 goals, 1 episode, and a hat-trick out of one of them games, which is absolutely brilliant for us. A brilliant performance in this game. Right at the final whistle, puts it into the back of the net to make it 3-0 with 3 goals for us, and absolutely brilliant game. Hat-trick from, I believe that was 3 shots, 3 goals. We absolutely killed it in this game. It was an absolutely brilliant performance. And like I say, 5 goals, 1 assist from this episode. And we go through to the next round of the cup as well. But that is the end of today's episode, guys. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and peace.